Iran is proposing a regional solution to the Strait of Hormuz crisis that would involve at least some of the countries bordering the Gulf, according to a bill currently under discussion in their parliament. Part of that would involve charging a fee for vessels passing through the key waterway, with revenues from this available to all participating countries as quote-unquote war reparations. It's been dubbed the Law of Strategic Action for Peace and Development of the Persian Gulf. The bill would govern Tehran's oversight and management of traffic through Hormuz, which has been severely disrupted since the start of the U.S.-Israeli war against Iran on 28th of February. Tehran's subsequent threats to any and all vessels it deemed to be unfriendly led to traffic through the strait dropping to around 7 a day in March, compared to with typical daily movement of more than 100 ships before the war. Diplomatic engagement with several of what Tehran dubs friendly countries has seen a slight pickup in traffic through the strait, with more than 11 vessels on average crossing in the first 8 days of April. Although, again, yesterday, I think they said it was only 4 and that they were all like commodities, not dry cargo. Sorry, not commodities, dry cargo. The diplomatic engagement, Malaysia, Thailand, the Philippines, and Iraq have all secured deals for passage with Tehran. Again, some of this, I think, is still transshipment from what I understand, which means that Iran is using these flagged ships to transport their own items out. So it's not really that Iraq is necessarily transporting their own stuff out. It's Iraqi ships are being used, or Iraqi, anyway, it's kind of weird. The pickup came as Iran began introducing something of a toll system whereby vessels would pay Tehran a fee to transit the waterway safely. This was first discussed in mid-March. The toll mechanism remains in place. Every very large crude carrier, or VLCC, transiting the strait has been paying $2 million, in line with what has been under discussion in Parliament, according to the spokesman for Iran's Oil, Gas, and Petrochemical Products Exporters Union. Ship owners are being asked to pay $1 a barrel, and that can be done in the local currency, in rials or cryptocurrency, but only after the vessel has received a permit from the Iranian government. The mechanism appears to be to form the basis of how Iran sees the future of the Strait of Hormuz and its role as the guardian and guarantor of the key waterway. The Iranian government, in cooperation with the Iranian armed forces, is obliged to provide services like navigation guidance and vessel inspection, as well as compliance and financial assessments, the bill says, specifying that vessels related to warring countries will, for the most part, be barred. The armed forces will determine which vessels are considered belligerent and which are not, the bill says. The bill reiterates that vessels will need to pay a fee to transit Hormuz, either in rials or cryptocurrency. It says proceeds will not go to Iranian state coffers, but to what it calls a Persian Gulf Reconstruction and Development Fund that regional countries can apply to join. I really don't know what to say. The resources in this fund will be considered war reparations for Iran and other member countries and be used for the reconstruction and development needs of the member countries, the bill says. The Gulf countries are yet to show appetite for this plan. Oman's Transport, Communications, and Information Technology Minister on April 8th said that the country is party to all international maritime conventions which do not allow for the imposition of charges on passage. I think they're going to make this happen. I'm not going to lie. I think this is what's going to end up happening. And probably Trump will make it part of, like, we split the proceeds 50-50, or I don't know, something. There's also rumors, and I was going to get to this later, that the one of the cryptocurrencies that they're accepting is, Tether, USDT, which I don't know if anyone realizes this, but Tether and Circle, USDC and USDT, are huge holders of U.S. treasuries. So people complaining about the petrodollar's demise don't really know what they're talking about. And then there's a rumor, and I think this was also in the FT, that, I don't know, it's not WorldCoin, what's it called? The one that the Trumps are, the crypto that the Trumps are associated with, that they're accepting that too. So people are kind of, anyway. I think that's what's going to end up happening. I think this is going to be legalized. It's going to be made a thing, and this is how it's going to be from now on.